Intermittent fasting. Is this indeed one of the easiest ways to get tighter, more glowing skin?
Let's take that to the next level, because fasting initiates something called autophagy. And I know what you're thinking. That means to eat yourself. And if you thought, you are correct, because auto means self and phagy means the practice of eating a specified food. So it really means, in essence, eating yourself. Now the thing is, we can trick our body into actually doing this with more than just fasting. And there's several ways, and that's the beauty of this video.
As we age, our skin loses elasticity and wrinkles become more prominent. But did you know that fasting can actually improve your skin elasticity and reduce wrinkles? One of the key factors is we can reduce and reverse sag. In my clinic, that's one of the most difficult things for me to treat is facial sag. We can not only prevent it, but reverse some of it. I see it every day. Autophagy.
Remember this? You can think of it like this. You're just eating and cleaning up the area around so that your body functions perfectly. And when your body's functioning perfectly and you're getting rid of all those waste products, you're able to produce collagen, elastin, and have a finely tuned machine ready to tighten your skin.
A process by which a cell breaks down and destroys old, damaged, or abnormal proteins and other substances in its cytoplasm. That's the fluid. The breakdown products are then recycled for important cell functions. So it's a cleanup process, especially during periods of stress or starvation. That's the key. Autophagy also helps destroy bacteria and viruses that cause infection and may prevent normal cells from becoming cancer cells. Keep in mind, this is something that's scientifically studied, but better yet, of course, I see it in my practice. Clinical practice is much more important than a study because I can immediately see what the common denominators of patients in my practice who look 10 years younger than those who don't. I'll outline a few other simple and in fact free methods at the end so you can achieve glow and refreshed, tighter skin. There are several studies that looked at the effects and benefits of autophagy on loose skin specifically. A 2014 study in Japan found that aging fibroblasts are those cells in the connective tissue that produce collagen and of course other fibers of support that hold the skin up and prevent sag. They suffered from a lack of autophagy. So in other words, over time, these cells slowly get clogged up with broken parts and waste products and render them unable to produce their collagen. Of course, the collagen keeps the skin tight and healthy. So the researchers found and concluded through that study that the slowdown of that autophagy process led to the deterioration of the skin and dermal integrity. So in other words, the skin became very fragile. And what's that lead to? Wrinkles and sag. In another autophagy study, this one more recent, 2018, scientists looked at the effects of autophagy and loose skin, but this time using an electron microscope. Transmission electron microscopes use a particle beam of electrons to view the specimen, and they can magnify objects up to 2 million times. These waste products are very small. When scientists observed the process under these microscopes, they found that the aging fibroblasts experienced more waste and couldn't keep up with that waste that was being produced because there were only half as many autophagosomes in older fibroblasts as there was in younger ones, meaning that the machinery of the cell, as we know, over time decreases and it couldn't get rid of the waste products. Now this spells opportunity because the cells were functioning, it's just that they were unable to clear the waste products that they could earlier in life. So if we can increase the autophagy, we can make these cells more clean, more pure, and increase the machinery of elastin, collagen, and support to the skin. So that's why it's important. Fasting is one way to induce this, But here are some other ways. I'll go through 5 ways that you can induce autophagy and improve your skin health. Number 1, as many of you know already, is intermittent fasting. By limiting your eating to a certain window of time each day and give your body a chance to enter into the autophagy, that allows these fibroblasts to be better functioning. What do? Well, I tend to not eat breakfast, and I eat around 1 or 2 p.m. And my window is from 2 p.m. to about 8 p.m. in general. And then that gives me that window from 8 p.m. all the way through the next day to 2 p.m. for a fast. Now, caloric restriction, that's another one. And you hear all these studies about mice being fed low-calorie diets and they live longer. So by reducing your overall calorie intake, you can activate autophagy in the cells. Next is exercise. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you hear it a lot on my channel here, but it has been shown to increase autophagy in the body, so incorporating regular physical activity into your routine can improve your skin health. If you really want to boost this up, you know hormones play a role, and especially for women, estrogen, progesterone, and key testosterone all go down, so weight training is an important part of it. A lot of women I see are doing cardio. They tend to, especially if they overdo it, they look older. I want to make sure they get strength training as a part of their routine. It's so often overlooked, but it helps with increasing autophagy, more collagen and elastin production, but also all important hormones. Another one, cold exposure. Exposure to cold temperatures has been shown to activate autophagy in the body. You hear about cold showers. I have videos on exposure to cold, and in fact, in my practice area where my practice is, there are places that have cold dunking tanks, and they were measuring testosterone levels in men, and they showed a 200-point increase just from this cold dunking routine, and it only took 2 to 3 weeks to show that increase. Pretty incredible. Next is sleep. Getting adequate sleep is important for your overall health, but also it's been shown to induce autophagy in the body. So by incorporating those 5 methods into your routine, you can help improve skin elasticity, overall health, and the power of autophagy. Mobilize it today. I want to know in the comments, what are you doing? Maybe you're doing all of these. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.